In today's video, I talk a little bit about being rejected and then not just giving up on love, but finding another way to actually go forward, to be able to have love again, to be able to give love again. So I offer up some ideas and suggestions throughout the video to approach it in a new and different way. Continuing around this idea of trust and trust in yourself, trusting in love, and trusting in being loved, I wanted to share this idea of when you're rejected, being able to step into love again and knowing that you're going to be loved. And so for my case, a couple months ago, and I shared a video about this, about being ghosted. And I realized I felt so rejected in this, that I was completely shut out from this guy's life and just from any communication, that it really crushed and hurt. And it really felt like absolute rejection to me. And so it's been a couple months and I'm like, how do I go forward into another potential relationship? Or how do I continue knowing that I can love again, but also feeling like I can be loved again? And I started to look into it because at first I was like, oh, it's not going to happen again. Like, I'm just not going to be like that again. Also, in my previous video, I talked about me setting my standards now. Like now I know my worth and I know that I am deserving of being treated certain ways. And I won't get into a situation like that again. Like I won't step into a place where I think, oh, this guy's really interested. I can see it in all these signs around him that he's showing interest. And yet he's not actually progressing anything with me. So when he didn't progress anything with me, it was like, well, I'm still interested. Is something going to happen? Well, no, that's when he ghosted, So it's like, if he's not really making any progress forward, yeah, it's probably because there's reasons he's not going to be making progress forward with me. So I step back to me then, feeling this rejection, and me then going, how can I get into a relationship and feel love and open up like I want to open up as much as I opened up, in me giving love, but also knowing I can deserve and I want that love. Of course, right after the situation of feeling ghosted, feeling rejected, not just feeling ghosted, I was ghosted. In feeling rejected, how do I then go, oh, I could just open up to love again? Well, what I realized is not that I'm closing off to love ever again. I don't want that. That's not what I want in my life. So what is it that actually got triggered in me that got hurt? And so I started to look inside of myself of, oh, I felt rejected. I felt that I wasn't accepted or wanted or desired or seen. There was all these things that came up for me in him ghosting, in him walking away, in him shutting me out. And so I asked that question of you: if you have a situation where you feel rejected, are you going to cut yourself off from ever having love again? Are you going to step into a place of like, oh, I'm never going to go there again? Of course you don't want to feel that again, but like in the previous video, I talked about your worth and setting up standards. And I realized that in this situation that I set my standards now. And so I actually won't meet another guy or be with another guy or get to know another guy and be falling for him so much without having certain standards or being equally met in a certain way. So I already know that I'm setting my standards in that way, but also I can still give love. And I'm not going to be hurt like that again. And the reason I'm not going to be hurt like that again is because I looked inside of myself. I looked inside to see what was being hurt. You know, what was actually being hurt when I felt this rejection from him. It was something that I had to find in myself. And again, for me, it was around not feeling accepted, not being wanted, not being desired. And it's like, yes, those are all things that I can want. But what if I actually get those things in myself first? What if I actually find my acceptance in me, self-acceptance, my worth in me, my love in me? Then if he's not meeting it, if these men, these guys, these, you know, whatever your attraction to, if they're not meeting it, you still have it within you. And I think for a long time within me, for myself, as I was always seeking it outside of me, rather than actually finding and starting with it inside of me. So what is it, if you've been rejected, that you feel, the pain that you feel inside of you, and then what can you transform? And I don't mean just transform, heal in yourself, you know, and give to yourself. Like what it is that you're seeking from those other people is actually what you need to find within you first. So again, I share this video around this idea of being rejected, but trusting in yourself, like starting to find that love and trust in yourself. And knowing that you can step into this love again and trust in that love again because you have it within yourself. And thank you for joining me in this video. I am AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach, and I help individuals step into who they are, into their authenticity, into not having to seek outside of themselves anymore, but actually finding the answers within and finding who they actually are and want to be in the world. And if you are getting value out of these videos and enjoying this series, I do have guided visualizations that are listed below in the dialog box below. And the journeys are about stepping into your worth. So there's a set of 5 journeys that you can visualize and step into and connect with your worth. So do feel free to grab that up. And again, if you're enjoying this series, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.